this life. So I wrote down the things that you'll need, and then I wrote down some things that you must do to help do so. So the first two things that I wrote down was alone time and compassion are two things that you'll need in mastering your energy. Starting with the first, alone time. Many people, first and foremost, are afraid to be alone. Many people do not like being alone. Many people will find reasons not to be alone, and find reasons and ways to have people around them all the time. And I know so because at one point I used to do it when I was just so positive that I was an extrovert, and when I didn't have a real sense of self, when my sense of self was something that was like in the world but never noticed by me, and so it never had a real, I never had a real framework or foundation. And then when I ended up looking at it at the time, and I started looking, I'm like, who am I? And you start thinking that you're all these relationships and all these attachments, because that's what you associate with yourself. And they do help you trace yourself to you, the real you. But it's quick and easy to see how I talked about when we were talking about Deborah and Dexter, and going to therapy and not having her whole sense of self is based on the attachments, right? It's the career and the milestones within the career. But once you start realizing certain things, and for some it'll be like, okay, it's a monetary number, and it's like, okay, it's let's say it's 5 million. And when you hit 5 million, you go, this isn't fulfilling like I thought it would be. Like, it's, do not get me wrong, it's amazing, but it's not fulfilling in my soul. And then that's when you start looking for something deeper, and you go, life has to have more. And anytime that anybody goes, life has to have more, you're in for your journey, and it's the spiritual journey. And really, again, here we say spirituality, the word, what it really means is of life. And so really spirituality, this is not like it's some kind of extra, like outside of life, or like, if people are like, oh, are you religious? Like, have you chosen to be? Spirituality means that you are aware of what is happening in life, and that life is actually a spiritual adventure. So to keep going, you are going to need that alone time, because it's going to allow you to get into the other things that we talk about, but it's going to allow you to, one, start experiencing some things that you've never been able to experience, because you've always been crowded with external stimuli. You've always had people around you. You've always had opinions on what to do, this, and that. If you